Today, on Guess What I Found Out, we're going to discover some facts about that giant, salty panic attack we call the ocean. That's right, Earth's sketchiest roommate. It covers over 70% of the planet, and yet we've only explored about 5% of it. So basically we know more about what's going on Mars than what's lurking below our beach vacations. And if that doesn't scream sleep well tonight, Curious George, keep watching. But hey, if you enjoy staring into existential dread with me, go ahead and tap that like button. It's cheaper than therapy and just as effective. Let's start with the deep sea horror show, where Mother Nature just gave up and said, screw it, let's make a fish with headlights and trauma. Down there we've got translucent sharks that look like haunted glass sculptures, anglerfish with DIY fishing poles sticking out of their faces, and giant squids that honestly belong in a Godzilla reboot. Every year we discover new creatures because apparently we haven't suffered enough. So if you're wondering what evolution looks like without supervision, just look at anything that lives below 200 meters. It's like nature clicked randomize all and hit save. If you're enjoying this descent into oceanic nightmare fuel, give this video a like, or don't. But I will assume you're on the side of the anglerfish, and that's a red flag. Now let's swim on down to the Mariana Trench, aka Earth's pressure cooker from hell. It's the deepest place on the planet, and somehow life still thrives there. Because who doesn't love thriving under 1,000 times the pressure of sea level while living in complete darkness and crushing silence? There are things down there with no eyes, no colour, and no shame. It's like the high school goth phase of marine biology. Moody, mysterious, and likely dangerous. And hey, Curious George, don't forget, we humans have helped make the ocean extra horrifying. During the Cold War, we just dumped radioactive waste into the ocean like it was a wet trash can. Long-term effects? No clue, but we're sure it's fine. There are also dead zones, literal aquatic ghost towns where oxygen levels are so low, even the fish noped out. Spoiler alert, they're growing, yay, pollution! And when the ocean's not being a radioactive pit of despair, it's casually slapping entire coastlines with tsunamis. Triggered by underwater earthquakes, these things can travel up to 500 miles per hour. That's right. Your car can't go that fast, but a wall of water filled with debris, fish guts, and unresolved trauma can. So remember that peaceful beach selfie could be one tectonic tantrum away from turning into a disaster movie. Feeling overwhelmed yet? Good. That means it's working, like this video or the gulper eel gets another soul, yours probably. Speaking of nightmare eels, meet the gulper eel. It can unhinge its jaw to eat things bigger than itself. Basically, the ocean's answer to what if a snake and a balloon animal had a baby with no concept of portion control. And when a whale dies, it creates something called a whale fall, which is both poetic and super gross. Picture it. A giant bloated sea corpse becomes a buffet that feeds an entire ecosystem for decades. The circle of life, but sticky. Now let's get historical, because apparently the ocean also doubles as a hoarder of lost civilizations. Cities like Dwarka and Heraklion have been found underwater, just casually hanging out like forgotten DLC packs from ancient times. We have entire metropolises beneath the sea, which raises the question, what else is hiding down there? Atlantis? Atlantis's shady cousin? The missing socks from your laundry? Let's wrap up with climate change. You know, that thing we're all ignoring while sipping iced lattes. The ocean's currents regulate Earth's climate, but thanks to rising temperatures, those systems are breaking down. This could lead to extreme weather, collapsing ecosystems, and the awkward realization that we maybe shouldn't have ignored every climate scientist for the last 40 years. But hey, at least we'll still have TikTok, right? So, Curious George, if you learned something today, like the fact that a whale carcass can support more life than your local HOA, smash that follow button, or don't. But I'll assume you're rooting for the radioactive jellyfish and report you to Poseidon. The ocean is beautiful, mysterious, and wants you to know it can absolutely ruin your day without warning. It's the most unexplored part of Earth, home to monsters we haven't even named yet, and it glows with both mystery and existential dread. Follow me for more uncomfortable facts from the dark corners of science. Because here at Guess What I Found Out, We don't just ask questions, we lose sleep over the answers.